This did the trick and put us over the threshold. Um, my first episode review, well deserving of Mirai Nikki on episode 19. I am headached to heck from recording like a madman yesterday, and I'm presently on 6 hours of sleep the day after here, so I think I'll be about 12 times calmer than I would have been if I would have instead recorded this right after seeing the episode. I mean, I would have been, but the show must go on. I love nothing more than an anime when it seems to have stored up for later on, essentially saving what I call kind of a huge golden plot nugget hostage, as I was saying, until late into the series to reveal it. And that's what this was. That's what this was. This episode. Yuno. What I'm going to talk about, or wait a second, I botched that line. It was supposed to be you know what I'm going to talk about, don't you? I leave in my botches. I don't exclude or edit out my botches. I don't care. It's better that way to not have the bar at perfect. You can't reach perfect, but anyhow, back to it. Excluding the rest of the episode, all I want to talk about is that cliffhanger at the end, if you know what I mean. And if you saw the episode, you would know. You would know. Gasai Yuno was kind of petrified prior. Her face told all, her eyes bugging the heck out, about Yuuki finding out about the 3 bodies that she took part in. But I thought I had the right idea, 2 being her parents and a 3rd unknown body, which would be less significant because I thought I would have all the guesses down pat. But no, heck no. Later on here, it turned into a far bigger deal than I had imagined. So, to come full circle again, 3 people were killed off by Yuno. And at the end of the episode, we get the plot nugget that they were saving, that I never would have imagined. And that makes this series all the more gold to me. And great. Because I wasn't expecting something like this. And to toss it in there just is the icing on the cake. So, this new revelation is either true or false. True, false. True, false. One or the other. Can't be both. And what it is Gasai Yuno is dead. Yeah. It was reported to Yuuki by that one man who investigated or whatever and found the bodies with a team and a small remnant of, and what they found was the 3rd body, to help identify it with a DNA test. They found a small remnant of the umbilical cord, or whatever it's called, umbilical cord, whatever. So they found a bit of it, tested it, and found out it is Gasai Yuno. Now this confused the heck out of me, because Gasai Yuno is right there, and yet she's dead. And I was like, what? What? I couldn't connect the dots yet. It had to be explained. I was like, what? What? Explain. I was like, I was wanting to understand. You know, so I didn't get it right off the bat, but, you know, caught on once it was explained that the Yuno we see and that supposedly Yuno isn't Yuno, but that Yuno killed the real Yuno and the parents. And I guess both were supposedly formerly at that daycare bit, and Yuno was adopted. I might not have the daycare bit right, but let's just go with it. Whatever. It's not that critical. But there's a couple different things I thought about, so I jotted out a bunch of notes, anything I could think of pertinent to this huge reveal. You know, it's very dark to ponder Yuno's perspective, or well, the fake Yuno, but I'll call her Yuno. The way they portrayed it in this episode, that she just couldn't fathom and believe that the investigators could have essentially found anything left of the body to identify someone. And just, she was petrified of the truth being exposed to Yuuki. But because she couldn't fathom how there was anything left or whatever, or found, that is really dark, and that indicates she is smart enough to know to leave no trace. But that alone, you know, holy moly, is this chick a few fries short of a Happy Meal. 3 murders. And, you know, I say it later in my notes, but I think that's before the show began. It might be in the midst of it, but so confusing. We need more info. Oh my goodness. I just love to speculate. So here's more of my thoughts that I wrote down. Now, how in the heck could a fake Yuno kill off the real Yuno and then pose as the real Yuno? How could she do that? How could someone do that? You know, then 1,000 questions pop up. When did the swap take place? Prior to the start of the show, as I was just mentioning. I find it more likely, but I don't know how long it's been either in the show in terms of time transpiring forward. So I don't think it was part way, or maybe I just don't remember how much time has transpired. If they said, I don't know, whatever. But just essentially, how, if she killed the real Yuno and the parents, you know, how could she live as another person? How could she live as another person? But that totally explains why she was hiding them in the one part of the house. Oh my gosh, so dark. Wow. Jeez. I'm going off my notes a little bit, but anyhow, let's get back to him. You know, it almost seems disturbing, the idea to me that because she's not what she seems, there's that little speculation with me. What if that's actually not her true appearance? Somehow. So maybe she has some sort of alternate true appearance. Maybe her current appearance is all some sort of illusion or something like that. I don't know. To hide the true her. Or maybe that is the true her and the real Yuno looked different. So that Yuno doesn't look like the real Yuno. I don't know. There's 1,000 questions right now. So the parents were killed. And Yuno was killed by this fake Yuno. My gosh, I'm thinking of questions just speaking my notes. Oh my goodness. For someone to take on the identity of someone else after they killed the family, and then was living there with the bodies in the house. Holy heck. Oh. So there's so many questions now because of this, and probably generally through the series anyway, but more prominently because of this episode. Why is she, if she's not the real Yuno, why is she so close to Yuuki? Does she really have a liking of him as a psychopath stalker, or is it all an act to get what she really wants? And was the real Yuki, or Yuno, a stalker and a psychopath, or was she normal? And this chick, psychopath, just killed her and took her identity and lived as her. Oh my goodness. And this is one of the only things I can ponder, which I wrote down. Is this fake Yuno using Yuuki to win for herself? This is the only thing I could think of. If she was doing this act the entire time and then in the end just backstab him. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have that much more notes, but we'll see how long it lasts. And then there's the question, I thought, because a couple episodes back or whatever, however many it was, 1, 2, 3, whatever the case, I don't know. Probably wasn't that long, no. If this or if that, this, that, whatever, why would she, whether it's true that she's not her or whether it's false that she's not her, but I'm probably going mostly off that it's not her speculation elements. So if it's not the real her, and if she killed the real her, why was she willing to die for Yuuki, as we saw? Is she just that bonkers to sacrifice her life for him? I seriously doubt that was an act, because he had it like right there, and she was just willing. She was going to let him kill her to win. So that wasn't fake. I don't think that was an act. There's no way. So anyhow, and there's the puns, is she more of a psychopath than was ever revealed? Good grief is all I have to say. I mean, and this is getting into my conclusion, just 4 more bundles of notes, including this one. I mean, how many psychological problems does she have? 1, 2, 10, 25? I don't know. Can anybody guess at this point? I don't know. And I threw this question in here. It's a good question. How many psychologists and psychiatrists would it take to help her? Or would she just be tossed in the loony van and taken away in a nice soft white room? That would probably be deemed suitable. And there's all these different elements too. How can she seemingly even wipe her memories upon sheer will? That's what I kind of formerly thought, somewhat. But my new idea is, what if it's mostly involuntary? I thought she was more so causing it, trying to cause it by forgetting certain things. But what if it's involuntary? And then there is her switching personas via certain triggering, certain things, just changes her voice, her eyes are bugging out, she's panicking in a stir, something. Oh my goodness, they do all this so well. My goodness. I don't know, but the cheese must have fell out of her sandwich. I don't know. Jeez. And that was speculation based upon if it's true. If it's true. If it's a lie, however, that she isn't Yuno, or that she I got it right, that she isn't Yuno, that it's a lie, so it's false. So if it's true that she isn't Yuno, I'm botching it. Oh my goodness, 6 hours of sleep will do it to you. I'll just go based on the notes. Just go on the notes. If it's a lie that she isn't Yuno and killed the real her, then I suspect it was to break up the unstoppable duo, which seemed to be the case at the end there. It's essentially a big wedge between Yuuki and Yuno on the basis of trust and a whole lot else. I mean, holy heck. She hid that from him and was just horrified, visibly horrified about the truth being dug up and revealed to him specifically. Now, why would it be him specifically? Because she, values her relationship with him as like the highest thing. Now, see, that points to it being true, or the aspect of her really caring about him. She cares about him not to find that out, but it could be also all these other things. It could be because she wants to backstab him, and this whole thing is an act. Who's to know? Who's to tell? I don't know. There's 1,000 questions now, and there wasn't before. Really, not 1,000, I don't think. But anyhow, if it's true, who the heck is she? And what the heck is going on with her? Why is she posing as another chick, impersonating another chick? But anyhow, I gotta rest up. This episode was gold, and I'll continue on with it another day. Not tonight. I'm just headached to heck. Let me know what you thought of this episode, or just the cliffhanger, whatever. If I didn't think she was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs before, I sure as heck do now. I will see you up ahead. Take her cool.